So today we will learn how to create Among Us game character in Blender. I know you were not expecting this kind of character when you guys requested me to make a character modeling tutorial. But still, this should count. So without further ado, let's begin. First, with cube selected, press Shift+H to hide all the unselected objects. Then press Tab to switch to edit mode. Then press G and Z to move it up in Z-axis. Now press S and Z to scale it up in Z-axis. Now go to Modifiers tab and add a Sub-Surf modifier. Then press Ctrl+R and add one vertical loop cut. Now box select the top vertices and press G and X to move them slightly on X-axis. Now press Ctrl+R and add a horizontal loop cut. Then slide it down. Select the top left and right vertices, then press G and Z to move them slightly down. Now press 3 for face selection, and select the bottom faces. Then press I to inset them. Press I again to turn on individual faces. Then press S and X to scale them down in X-axis. Now press G and Z to move them down slightly. Then press E to extrude them a little bit. Press Tab to switch back to object mode. Then in Modifier Properties, lower down Render Subdivisions, and select Apply. Now press 1 on numpad for front orthographic view. Then enter Edit mode by pressing Tab key. Then press Shift+A and add a cube. Press S and X to scale it down in X-axis, then move it to the left. And maybe rotate it a bit. Now let's create the visor, or eyes, whatever that is. So select these top faces and press I to inset them. Press I twice if they starts to inset individually. Then press E to extrude it a bit. Now add another Sub-Surf modifier. Press Ctrl+R and add a loop over here and slide it inside. Then add a vertical loop over here and press Ctrl+B to bevel it. Add another loop cut here, a horizontal one, then press Ctrl+B to bevel it. Now with the cursor on top of the backpack, press L to select it. Then press Alt key plus S to shrink or fatten it. Now press Tab to switch back to object mode. Then click the right mouse button and select Shade Smooth. Now switch to render mode and in outliner, click on a symbol near the light to unhide it. Then select the light and press X to delete it. Then press Shift+A and add an area light. Now press G and Z to move it up in Z-axis. Then go to Light Properties and change the power to 1000 watts. While at it, also increase the size of the light. Now unhide the camera and then find a good view and press Ctrl, Alt, and numpad 0. This will align the camera to that view. Now click on the camera to select it. Then press G and hold and drag with middle mouse button to zoom out a bit if necessary. Then press G and align accordingly. Now add a plane and move it down. Press Tab for edit mode and S to scale. Then press 2 for edge selection and select this edge. Press E and Z to extrude the edge in Z-axis. Now select this edge and press Ctrl+B to bevel it. Increase the segments by scrolling the mouse wheel. Then in object mode, right-click and select Shade Smooth. Then press R and Z to rotate it in Z-axis. Now go to Material Properties and select New. Then choose a base color. Now select the character. And in Material Properties, lower down the roughness. Then in Edit mode, select these two faces, and press Ctrl plus numpad plus 2 times. Then in Material Properties, click on plus sign and select New. Then choose a base color, and then lower down roughness. Now click on Assign. Now press Ctrl plus numpad minus. Then in Material Properties, add a new slot. Then select New and hit Assign. Then choose a base color, and also lower down the roughness. Now maybe rotate the character a little bit. Now go to Modifier Properties and increase the viewport subdivision. Then in Render Properties, if you are in EV, turn on Ambient Occlusion. Then down in Color Management, change Look to High Contrast, and maybe increase the exposure a little bit. You can also render with cycles, if your computer has better specs than me. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you were able to follow this tutorial. If you did, please leave a thumbs up down below. And if you are new to this channel, subscribe and turn on notifications, so you won't miss any of my future uploads.